Hey there, this is a quick introduction to the various features of the PopConvert application. So to get started, I've just installed PopConvert on my test demo store, and you can see that the onboarding is very simple. The first step is already completed, which is to enable the application, and the second step is to create your first campaign. So I'm going to go ahead and click the Create Your First Campaign, and I have two options here. I can create a smart bar or a pop-up. So to start, we'll just say create a pop-up, my new pop-up, and click create. And you can see now that we've got our pop-up created. Now I can always change the goal. So we have various different types of goals depending on what your objective is with the pop-up. If your objective is to collect emails, then the get subscribers goal is a good one to get started with. If you want to drive traffic to a URL, make an announcement. If you want to give a coupon in exchange for an email, the coupon pop-up would be appropriate. And we also have different social sharing type of pop-ups as well. Remember that these are very basic pop-ups. We've got a wide array of templates that you can start from that are pre-designed that'll help you get started very quickly. Simply click on any one of these templates and click Use Template, and it will be ready to go. So just to quickly go through the main interface of the application, we've got our dashboard, we've got templates. Here we've listed our pop-ups, and as you can see, the pop-up that I just created is paused. And if I want to activate it, I can actually activate it in the editor, or I can activate it here from the pop-up listing page. On smart bars, I will find all of my smart bars that I've created. And here we've got our subscribers list. Currently, there are no subscribers because I've just created the application. However, as people enter their email address or their phone number, you're going to begin to see them populate in the subscribers list. We also have a subscriber sync functionality. So this allows all of these subscribers to automatically be synced to your Shopify store. Now, keep in mind that subscribers that are synced from ShopConvert will have a special tag, two tags in fact. One will be PopConvert and the other one will be the name of the campaign associated with the pop-up. So that's our subscriber sync feature. We've got our help center, which has some FAQs, as well as our entire help center, which has some more articles for some deep dives into some of our features. We've got a feedback page where we welcome you to leave feedback on the product, and as well as give us ideas of features that you'd like to see. We've got 24/7 live chat over here. Just click this bubble and you'll be able to live chat with a customer support rep. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this campaign that I just created and just walk through some of the items here on the editor. So we went over the goals section previously. There is now the design section. Here you can change various facets of the pop-up itself. You've got the background color, which is, as you'd expect, the background color, the main title color. So this is for any of the header elements that are in the pop-up. The text color is just the base text color for any text elements content in the pop-up. We've got a background image, so if instead of a background color, you want to upload an image, you can go ahead and do that. We've got our font family chooser, so if you'd like to change the font of the pop-up, we've made it very easy to do. These are all Google fonts, and you'll be able to see the preview of the font as soon as you click on it. Overlay opacity, so this is sort of the brightness or darkness of the overlay of the pop-up. Pop-up padding, this is sort of that padding around the content, as you can see here. And then we've also got our pop-up max width, which sort of controls how wide the pop-up can be. Now we've got our various layout options. So there's a hero. The default is no hero, but you can add a hero image to the right or left or the top of the pop-up. The hero padding sort of gives you some flexibility there on how you want the hero image to appear. You can upload a different image for mobile. As well, we've got our input button and styles. So as you can see, we can modify the color of the button text color, the input background color, and the input text color, which would be over here in the input box. So that's the design section. In our content section, we've got various block types that you can add to your campaign. Here we've got a text block, as well as an image block and a form field. We've got the email editor, the name, as well as the phone number option here for the form. You can easily add blocks. So for example, if I want to add another button, I can go ahead and do that. If I want to add a text element, I can go ahead and do that. And I can add a divider, a spacer, which is just extra space if you want to add between elements, as well as the social bar, which it makes it easy for people to follow you on social. So that's the content block. We also have time settings, which relate to how quickly you want the pop-up to appear. So we have various options here. There's exit intent. You can show the pop-up, which would mean that the pop-up would only appear if the user is about to leave your site. There's also different settings based on the delay. And then the after closing option is how long the pop-up will remain closed after the user has clicked out of it or clicked the X button and closed it. So those are the time settings. We have GDPR compliance. So this is if you've got a form element, and generally it applies here in the EU where you want the user to check that they agree to subscribe to the newsletter and receive communications. We've got various webhooks. I won't go into this functionality right now, but you can go ahead and, if you're curious, check our help center. And we've got some advanced settings where if you want to customize the CSS or add some custom JavaScript behavior to your pop-up, you can easily do that. And we've linked some documents here if you want to take a look at what some of these functionalities are. So that's the advanced settings. Now onto the display. We've got an option here where if the user closes the pop-up, they can reopen it using the button trigger. And as you can see, there's a button that appeared here on the left-hand side. These are some settings related to the button, from the color to the content of the button, as well as the text size. You can also change the placement of the button and the placement on mobile. Display schedule, display pages, and display locations are your ability to fine-tune when the pop-up appears. So display schedule allows you to schedule a start date and an end date. So for example, if you're running a certain sale during a certain time of the year and you want the sale to only last a day, you can set the start date and the end date of that sale. Display pages is if you want the pop-up to appear on specific pages and not appear on other pages. And then display locations is if you want the pop-up to appear in specific geographies, for example, in one country and not in a different country. And then we have conversions. So this only applies to if your pop-up has a form element, but essentially once the user clicks the submit button, you're able to decide what you would want to do next. So you can have a thank you message appear, or you can redirect the user to another URL. So that is the pop-up editor. We also have our smart bar editor, which is very similar to the pop-up editor. So I'm going to go ahead and create a smart bar as well. So now with our smart bar, we've got a similar styles. There is a new section here called background pattern where we can set different background patterns for the smart bar. And this just makes it, a little bit less flat. We've got our button background color, button text color, input background color, and input text color, very similar to what we had for the pop-ups. For the content, we don't have content blocks. We're working on enhancing this section right now. But for now, we've got a main message field as well as a button text that you can modify. Various settings related to the smart bar. So I won't go through each of these, but various settings related to allowing the user to show and hide the pop-up and where the smart bar should be, as well as various other settings. Time settings similar to what we had in the pop-ups, allowing the user to select uh, when the smart bar displays and how long after closing the smart bar should it display for that user. Display settings, we've got very similar settings to what we had for the pop-up. And then for conversion, very similar to the pop-up. After the user hits submit, what do we do after the submission? It's either a thank you message or a redirect to another URL. And that's it. We've got a 24/7 live chat. So if you have any further questions, feel free to reach out to us at any time. You should receive a reply within a minute. And our CS customer support representatives should be able to help you.